Hello students, I hope you all are fine. So today I am going to start with the different categories of XX pyramid. Okay. In the previous class I have completed the definition of XX structure, population, aging. Now today I will describe the different XX pyramid. Now what is age-sex pyramid? Now age-sex pyramid is a structure of a population refers to the number of females and males in different age groups. So that is the age-sex pyramid or structure. A population pyramid is used to show the age-sex structure of the population. So it is showing basically the age and the sex of the population. So it is termed as a age-sex pyramid. Okay. Now the shape of the population pyramid reflects the characteristics of the population. So the shape determines the population. Now the left side shows the percentage of male and the right side shows the percentage of the woman in different age group. So this is the age structure. See, you can see that this is in the left side it is showing the male and in the right side it is showing the female, and these are the age groups. And okay, and this is the type of age-sex pyramid or population pyramid, that is the expanding population. It's basically showing the expanding population. So let's go through the points. Now there are three categories of pyramid. First one is the expanding, as I showed you. Second goes the constant, and third goes the declining population. Okay. Now in the first part or the first diagram, that is the expanding population, it shows that the age-sex pyramid of Nigeria. As you can see that it is basically a triangular shaped pyramid with a wide base and a larger and is typically a less developed country. This has larger population in lower age group and due to high birth rate. And if you can construct the pyramid for Bangladesh and Mexico, it looks the same. So let's see this. So it is showing the male and the female, and this is basically a triangulated form, and it has a wide base and it's tapering at the top. This is having the age group. It is having the high population in the young age group. That means it is having a youthful population, and it's declining in nature when it goes upward or in high when the age groups increases. Okay. So you can term this pyramid as a less developed countries pyramid, because the working population is also being decreased. See, the working population is also less. It's only increasing in the lower part, that means in the lower age groups. That means it has a high population, high birth rate. So here goes the example that of Nigeria, and you can construct it for the Bangladesh and Mexico also. Okay. Then comes the constant population. Now Australia age structure is a bell shaped and is tapered at the top. It's basically a bell shaped and tapered at the top. It shows that the birth and the death rate are equal, leading to a near constant population. See it. It's basically a bell shape. It's having an equal population, near about equal. Working and the birth population, working population and the youthful population is basically same. So it's basically showing the population pyramid of a developed country. Okay. So it's basically the tapered bell-shaped pyramid. It's tapered little bit at the top. That means it is having a aging population also. It shows that the birth rate and the death rate is almost equal, leading to a constant population. So same birth rates and death rates. Okay. Then comes a declining population. Now Japan pyramid has a narrow base and tapered at the top and showing low birth rate and death rate. The population growth in the developed countries is usually 0 or negative. So it's basically a pyramid of developed country. It's showing the pyramid that is tapered at the top and tapered at the upward also. Only the working population is being broadened little bit. So it has no growth. Okay, no growth, and it's basically a negative ratio or 0. not increasing in nature or decreasing in nature. So it's basically show the population growth in developed countries usually 0 and negative. So this was the declining population. So I hope you have understood the three diagrams and their features. Okay. So in the next class I will discuss you with the literacy rate, rural urban composition. So thank you students.